All right, what is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Value Bomb Wednesdays. In today's video, this is part three and the final part of different ways that you guys could lower your utilization. I'm finding this as a big issue for people to be able to get funded or be able to get qualified for something like a house or a loan, whatever it is. So today we're going to be talking about other creative ways to pay it down or report lower utilization without even having to spend any money at all. So the first week we talked about the debt snowball method, and this is a way in which you could get your utilization down by targeting which cards have the highest utilization, focusing on that, paying that down while making the minimum payments on the other cards. Once that's paid down, you move on to the next. But I went into a bunch of different creative ways to get into that. If you want that video, make sure to comment the word utilization and we'll send you that video. Last week, we talked about debt consolidation. So this is the process of using lower interest debt to pay down your higher interest debt credit cards. So it sounds a little counterintuitive because you're taking out more debt to pay off your current debt, but it will save you in the long run because you're paying less in interest. And then this allows us to go get 0% funding to pay everything else off so that not the monthly payment that you're making isn't partly going to interest, it's all going to the principal. So today's video, we're talking about a couple different creative ways of getting into it. So again, welcome back. This is part 3 of 3. So there's a final part of the series where I'm going to walk you guys through on getting that utilization down. Utilization makes about 30% of your credit score. So this is super, super huge for you guys to learn. So high utilization is stopping you guys from getting approved for lending and especially 0% funding to start and scale your guys' business. So I'm going to be talking about how to bring it down so that you can boost your score and position yourself to get that 0% interest funding. And the best part, again, is you don't even have to use your own money to report the lower utilization. So by the end, you'll know exactly how to leverage these strategies to unlock much higher credit limits, qualify for better funding, and take your credit net to the next level. So let's dive in. So before we jump into this, I just want to go over a couple important notes. Number one is, again, utilization makes up 30% of your score. Typically, you don't want to have more than 30% per card. Super important per card. You can't just have 2 cards with 0 balance and one that's maxed out. It'll still look sketchy to the banks and risky to give you guys that funding. Now, overall utilization isn't as important as individual utilization. That goes back to my last point. And if you guys owe money on your personal debt, we can get approved for 0% funding business credit cards, max them out, and use those to pay off the personal credit card debt so you're no longer paying any interest at all. Just as a reminder, one of the awesome things about 0% business credit is you're allowed to max them out without it affecting your personal credit utilization and bringing your score down. This will allow you guys to make more payments towards the debt without partial payments going towards just the interest. So in order for us to do that, we will need to get the utilization down below 30% on each credit card. So without further ado, let's take some freaking notes and get into this because we're going to go into method number 1, and this is requesting credit limit increases. So here's why this works. So you're going to request a credit limit increase on each credit card. And the why this works is the higher your credit limit is per card, the more room you have to spend before hitting that 30% utilization mark. Ideally, if you can, keep it 10% or lower, but 30% is just fine. Once you start passing that 30%, you'll start to see your score dip down and it'll be much harder to get approved for things. So just to make this a little bit more real for you guys, let me give you guys an example. So say you guys have a 10K credit card limit and you've already spent 3K. That puts you right at 30% utilization. If you call and request a credit limit increase, all you got to do is call the number on the back of the card. So yeah, if you brought this and got them a 20K increase, so you went from 10 to 20, now that would bring your no utilization and drop it down to 15%. So literally half, even though you actually haven't paid down any of the balance. So here's how to actually request it. Number one is call the number on the back of the card and give them a compelling reason why you need the increase. So here's literally a copy and paste script, word for word script that you guys could use. Make sure to take notes on this. Is boom. Be like, hi, this is Miguel. I have a 700 plus credit score and I've been a long time customer with Chase Bank or whatever bank you're trying to get approved for. You go in and say, I have some big purchases coming up that I want to use this specific card for because of the benefits. I want to be able to get the cash back or the travel rewards, whatever that card gives you, just to give them that compelling reason. I've maintained a perfect payment history with you guys and want to continue growing our relationship. Would I be able to get a credit limit increase? So boom, there's your compelling reason. You're telling them you're a longtime customer. You're going to continue being that. You've just given them all the reasons why they should trust you. Now, the quick tip is only request a credit limit increase if your current card utilization is at or just slightly above or below 30%. If it's above 40%, there's a chance they might decline the request. So focus on lowering the balances first if you're over that threshold. However, if you're really tight in a corner and it's not that much higher than the 30%, it doesn't hurt to ask. Worst case scenario, they give you a hard inquiry, they say no. And because you guys follow this community, I've already taught you guys how to remove Experian inquiries within literally like 24 hours. So if you guys haven't seen that training and want to be able to get results fast and learn how to wipe off those inquiries, comment the word inquiry down below and I will send you guys that video. Now, if you guys have any questions on that, make sure to put that in the comments below, but let's move on to method number 2. So number 2 is apply for high limit personal credit cards. So this second method is to apply for high limit personal credit cards, but there's a strategy to this. So before applying, you're going to want to make sure your FICO score is above 700. Your other credit cards are below 50% utilization. And the reason why this works is a new high limit card lowers your overall utilization because you're adding more available credit to your profile. Now, again, I mentioned typically banks, they want to, when you're asking for business credit funding, they want to see lower utilization of 30% on each card, but at least this will lower the overall utilization. And potentially, if it's a 0% business or 0% personal credit card, you could use some of that to pay down the cards that are above 30% utilization. And banks see that you're trusted with higher limits on the personal side, so that's going to make them want to trust you even more, which makes it a lot easier to get approved for higher business credit limits down the road. So here are some very actionable steps I highly recommend you guys take action on. I've done this for tens and hundreds of students already and people just within my network. But here's the list of cards that I recommend that have high limits. Some of them are actually 0% interest as well. So number 1 is Chase Freedom. This is 0% for 15 months. So it gives you a long runway. Chase Sapphire Reserve. This is not 0%. However, it's got tons and tons of benefits. I've redeemed easily over $10,000 worth of free travel just from spending on this card and all the benefits it gives me. The third one is the Amex Blue Cash. This is also 0%, I believe for 15 months. It might be 12 months. It's 12 to 15 months. I would just bank it on it being the 12 months, but you guys could look it up yourselves. Amex Hilton. This is a travel loyalty card with the Hotel Hilton, but even if you don't use Hilton, this is a good card because it will give you typically much higher limits. The other thing is the Wells Fargo Built. this is great, especially if you guys are renting, just because you could put your rent on a credit card. So that, like here in California, I'm spending like $920 a month. That's $920 in points that I could redeem for travel later, and they give high limits. Another one is the City Double Cash. City, this one's pretty awesome because it's 0% for 18 months. That's almost 2 freaking years, you guys. It's a personal credit card, so highly recommend. The whole idea of this too, again, by being able to get these high limit 0% personal credit cards, or just high limit cards if it doesn't have 0%, is you could take some of the available credit here. You could pull the cash or do like a balance transfer and use that to pay off your other personal credit cards that are above 30%. So huge life hack. And another pro tip is if the new card has 0% intro period, again, that's basically what I said, is you could strategically use it to pay off the other cards. Just make sure, again, you don't go over 30% utilization on this new card to pay off the other ones. Awesome sauce. So number 3 is become an authorized user on a high limit card. So this third method is to get added as an authorized user on someone else's high limit credit card. This is a very powerful hack to bring your overall utilization down and bump up your credit score. I've already done a full training on how to get authorized users, but if you want that resource, comment the word AU down below and we'll DM it to you. So here's how it works. So what you're gonna wanna do is find a family member or friend with a credit card that has these key stats. You want low utilization, below 10% is great, or 30% max, but the lower the better. You want it to have perfect payment history because, again, just like you could adopt the good of the card, you could also adopt the bad of the card. So if they have like a bunch of late payments, that's gonna actually bring your score down and not help you guys out. The other thing too is you want it to have a high limit, 10K or more, so that I could give you an overall much larger limit to bring that overall utilization down. And then lastly, if we want 5+ years of credit age, because this at the same time is going to help boost your credit age overall. But by getting added as an authorized user, you inherit that card's credit limit and positive history, which reduces your overall utilization and improves your score. And again, another note, I just really don't want you guys to fuck this up, is make sure the card has low utilization. If the utilization is high, it can actually hurt your score instead of helping it. So again, simply just reach out to a trusted family member or friend. And very important is explain that being added as an authorized user will help boost your score. Ask them, let them know it's a favor, but it's no risk to them because as long as they don't give you access to the credit card and give it to you, you can't spend on it. So literally, it's purely just to help you out. They have no downside. It's only upside for you and they're helping you out. You just need to be listed on the account. And again, as long as they don't give you the card, then you can't actually spend on it. Now, the next thing is let's put all this stuff together. Let's recap kind of what we learned on different ways to lower the utilization. So number 1 is request credit limit increases. Call your credit card company and request a higher limit. Use a compelling reason why, and this will help lower the utilization. Number 2 is apply for high limit personal credit cards. Choose cards with 0% intro periods to strategically manage your balances. Or if you want the ones that have all those benefits, but they're not 0%, but still give high limits, then highly encourage you to do that as well. Now, something I do want to warn you guys on when you're going out getting personal credit cards, don't just go out and throw a bunch of applications at the wall hoping you're gonna get approved, just because the whole point of this is to eventually get into 0% interest business credit. And there is a method to the madness. Depending on what your credit analysis is showing, there's a specific sequence and specific banks and specific cards that we want to apply for in the right sequential order that will allow us to build a relationship early on. So when we do ask for business credit funding later, It's going to make us be in the best possible light when we ask for more funding on the business side. Now, for those who want more of that guidance and that customization, we actually are just now rolling out the Credit Optimizer Blueprint program. And this is an awesome, affordable program. I made it as cheap as possible for you guys to where we could still provide support through email, once a month live coaching calls. We'll help you guys get 0% personal credit funding. We'll fast track your guys' success to getting your credit optimized so we can eventually get you on as a done-for-you funding service provider. So if that's something you guys are interested in and having somebody actually walk you through it and not just us sending you these trainings, we love sending you guys free stuff, but if you want somebody who's going to actually work with you through it and get you guys guaranteed results, comment the word blueprint down below and we can see if this is a good fit for you guys. Now, other part of this is get added as an authorized user, leverage someone else's positive credit history and high limits to bring down your utilization. And lastly, once your utilization is lower and score is up, again, we could get approved for 0% business credit funding to pay off your high interest personal credit cards. These strategies are all about playing the credit game to your advantage. Lower your utilization means a higher credit score, which positions you to qualify for more funding, including those 0% interest personal and business credit cards. So there you go, guys. Thank you guys as usual. If you guys are ready to lower your utilization, boost your score, and unlock 0% interest funding for your business or investments, drop the word utilization. Actually, no, drop the word funding in the comments and we'll send you an in-depth PDF on how to get everything paid down. If you're ready for funding, comment the word funding and we'll see if our done-for-you funding services are a good fit for you. And again, comment if you guys want us. We do this all the time for people. We'll do a free credit analysis where we analyze all 3 credit bureaus and we'll create a free optimization game plan for you guys, walk you guys through it one-on-one on a call. And if that's something you guys are interested in, then comment down below and we will hook you guys up. And if you guys have any questions about today's strategies or just want more tips, post them in the group. We're here to help you guys with your credit and finances. As usual, peace out, much love, stay beautiful. Thank you guys for lending me your eyes, ears, and attention. And I'm super excited to keep winning and crushing with you guys in 2025. Let's freaking get after it.